listen to me, Mr. Bhatia, even if it embarrasses you. Even if it embarrasses you, I will talk about it.
Women, crime against women, have you covered on Times Now from...
Mr. Bhatia, I don't need lectures from you on how to cover crimes against women. Please, that's the biggest irony, please. Now, I'm showing some pictures on the screen. Gaurav Bhatia is not letting me speak, so I'll just say one thing here. Viewers, what you are seeing today, what you are seeing on television, you may be thinking, what are these pictures? Gaurav Bhatia, if you listen, you will hear something, you'll learn something. This is a patrol van, and these are policemen who have been deployed to hunt. These are policemen who have been deployed to hunt.
From Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, have you covered on Times Now?
This is not your Uttar Pradesh Assembly, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia. Please let me speak.
This is Times Now. I'm doing what you do to me. You don't allow me to speak, and I'm asking you one question. You just answer that one question and nothing more. One question, that's it. If you have the courage, you answer this one question.
Mr. Bhatia.
You have all the statistics with you. Tell us how many incidents of rape or crime against women from Madhya Pradesh or Rajasthan have you covered on Times Now?
Mr. Bhatia, no, I'll just tell you. You know, I don't like... I'll have to silence you now. I don't want to, but I will. One second. Gaurav Bhatia, I think it is time for me to silence you. I think the time has come for me to silence you. Can I just say something to you?
You start hiding your phone and
Mr. Bhatia,
which shows you're failing.
That is how you should
I think Mr. Gaurav Bhatia has today lost his shirt on the Newshour tonight. I think Mr. Gaurav Bhatia has lost his cool on the Newshour tonight. I think Mr. Gaurav Bhatia has exposed himself by revealing his lack of patience on the Newshour tonight. Had Mr. Gaurav Bhatia had the patience to listen, I would have just silenced him with one fact, but he does not want to listen to this one fact because he's afraid of hearing what I'm going to tell him. Gaurav Bhatia, you are scared of listening to me.
The allegation that I had made...
But you know, you have to stop. You have to stop.
You deny that.
You stop, then I'll tell you. Stop and I'll tell you. And you know what?
Yeah.
You can listen only when you keep quiet.
Yes.
Okay? Which state? One second. One second.
For you.
One second. Now keep quiet, Mr. Bhatia.
When you keep quiet. Yes.
Mr. Bhatia.
I will, but you
Mr. Bhatia, you will be happy to know that not only do we question all incidents of violence against women in Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, but when that case of violence included, and please listen to me, when that case of violence against women included allegations against the sitting minister of the Narendra Modi government, Mr. Nihal Chand, not only did we follow the story, we followed it so far that Mr. Nihal Chand, a sitting central minister, filed a legal case against Times Now, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, and I don't need your permission or your advice or your two-bit advice to tell me about what kind of journalism I need to do. You are the one who you ought to be ashamed of what you've done, Mr. Bhatia, today. Because there is no remorse in your voice. There is no sadness in your voice. There is no sense of shame you have today, Mr. Bhatia.
I am not discussing...
There is no sense of shame you reveal tonight, Mr. Bhatia. And you don't realize that in the newsroom behind me, Mr. Bhatia, from city after city and town after town all across India, people are calling and they are fed up with politicians like you. Pawan is calling in from Jammu, and I think you need to listen to at least a viewer, if not me. Pawan from Jammu, go ahead, please. I don't think Mr. Gaurav Bhatia wants to listen to anyone, but have your say. Pawan from Jammu.
Arnab.
Yeah, go ahead, Pawan.
And good evening to the panelists.
Good evening, please. Go ahead, Pawan.
Yeah. First, I want to compliment Mamata for her bravery.
Absolutely.
I want to make my point in the Mamata's case. I heard a lot of people on TV channels and panelists try to penalize the spectators. But I have the other point. Just look on the law and order scenario of the country. Nobody will like to indulge in these incidents. Just ask the people in your panel. Is there any common person who will come forward to save another Mamata? I think in today's law and order scenario, the answer of the common person will be a big no.
That's the point.
This whole picture painted by our successive governments.
So Pawanji, you know,
like Akhilesh Yadav's government.
Yeah. So Pawanji, you hit the nail on the head. We've been trying to make that point to Gaurav Bhatia, but he doesn't listen. But at least I hope that when it comes from a viewer like you and you are in Jammu, you should at least listen, please. I'll take one more caller, Gaurav, with your permission. Just listen to people. Sometimes there's not my voice. These calls are not censored. The calls come straight to our newsroom and they are put on air. Prasad is calling from Mysore. Zara sun lijiye Gaurav Bhatia ji, aapka kuch nahi jayega. 2 minutes sun lijiye, please. 2 minutes sun lijiye tasalli se. Prasad wants to say something from Mysore.
ऐसा क्यों है अर्नब जी कि केवल आपको सुनना पड़ता है और जब हम आपसे प्रश्न करते हैं तो आप उत्तर नहीं देते?
आपको उत्तर दिया मगर आप उत्तर नहीं सुन सकेंगे क्योंकि आप उत्तर नहीं सुन सकेंगे क्योंकि जब उत्तर कोई देता है आपको तब भी आप बोल रहे होते हैं. मैसूर से
मध्य प्रदेश
Mysore से from Mysore I have Prasad from Mysore is calling and please listen to him, Gaurav. Come on, Gaurav. Prasad ji, good evening, please. Good evening, Prasad ji. Mr. Prasad, are you there?
Sir. Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Arnab, good evening to you.
Good evening, Mr. Prasad.
Yeah. Now, I just want to convey this point. Repetitive things happening like this, especially, repetitive things happening like this, especially in UP, it simply cannot be without the blessings of the politicians and the policemen in the state. It is quite apparent. And believe me, unless stringent action is taken on such goons, it is impossible for any women to roam around the streets not only in UP but also in the country.
I take your view, and I think you also convey what is in the hearts of many of our viewers. I asked all of you right at the start of Newshour tonight if you feel that Mamata has in a way spoken for you, then it's time to speak up. And you can do that. We are wrapping up this part of the debate with a request, Khusboo, on all our behalf to Gaurav Bhatia so he can go and tell Akhilesh, stop suffering from a persecution complex. You're not being persecuted by the media.
Arnab,
the people of your state are being persecuted by your inaction.
We will do every bit to ensure that women are respected.
People are being persecuted. You wouldn't. This would be unacceptable.
Please,
if
don't make such statements against the Chief Minister or any other politician.
Why are you so touchy about the Chief Minister?
And have a meaningful debate.
Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, Mr. Bhatia, please listen to me. I am reflecting. I am not on. Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, I care little. I care little. Mr. Bhatia,
I will never do that.
Mr. Bhatia, I care little. I care little for how politicians think of me. I don't seek the compliments of politicians or the approval of politicians. But I am only speaking on behalf of the people out here, and people are fed up.
It's about making
I feel fed up, Mr. Bhatia, when I see a young woman having to fight for herself. When the system, we pay taxes, so we get some sense of reassurance. All that security, all those expensive cars of the UP government, all those luxury cars that Akhilesh buys himself, and all the security he carries, you ought to share it with the people of your state, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia. I'm giving Khusboo and all
to prove
that there are states that they are worse off.
Gaurav, you will have to hear from Khusboo. I'm giving her the last one. Yeah.
I am
Gaurav ji, Gaurav ji, it's a very personal request. The people of Uttar Pradesh have chosen Mr. Akhilesh Yadav to lead their state with a lot of hope and expectations. And I'm very, very disappointed to see that he has been failing over and over again. Please gain back the complete, what do you say, उनकी जो एक उम्मीद लगाए बैठे हैं आपकी गवर्नमेंट से, वो उम्मीद टूट चुकी है. प्लीज उसे वो जो एक हिम्मत है वो उसको वापस जीतने की कोशिश कीजिए.
जी. No. I'm wrapping that up. I don't think there's a point of debate. I think she's only making a point to you. I thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen.
And one more thing I would like to say is, the minute you start looking into the other states, कि ये स्टेट का रिपोर्ट किया था, वो स्टेट का रिपोर्ट किया था, it means
That is a valid question.
The minute
you will agree with me that
Gaurav Bhatia, look within, look within, look within. Look within, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia. Short-sightedness is back. I thank you for joining me. Though you did not listen much to me, I hope you at least listen to the viewers. Thank you for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.